Welcome to All About Arsenal, and of course, it's a Friday. I know what Friday means. It's Fan Friday. Making his debut on the channel tonight is Mr. Osage Ikine, the Grandmaster of Croquet. What's happening, bro? Good to have you on the chat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, so as always, the Fan Friday rules are very simple. We look at some slides based on questions that we asked by Arsenal fans. Then we share our takes on what they are. I give my own take, you give your own take, and we move from there. And while the stream is going on, a couple of fans will be asking questions as well, and we'll answer theirs as well.
No problem.
So without wasting any more time, let's go to the first question. And it says, has Arsenal's midfield improved compared to last season? What's your take on that?
Okay, so for me, I mean, the difference between this season and last season is the introduction of Martin Zubimendi versus Thomas Partey departing for Villarreal. So far, we haven't. Our midfield has been very secure, and there's been a lot of movement in there because Odegaard has been injured, quite a few times in the first 5 matches. So Merino has had to come in there. Then Rice has had to come in there. So it's really been the quartet of Zubimendi, Rice, Merino, Odegaard. And I think in the first game when Odegaard went down, Waneri came in and played that position. For me, I would say it has improved slightly just because of the defensive stability. So the quartet or the trio has been able to, I guess, masterfully protect the back four, who by themselves are, excellent on their own. But that ability to take the ball from the center backs and progress it forwards, Mendy is very good at that.
Yeah.
So that has been the difference, because in the past, the center backs give the ball to Partey gives it back to them, or just goes side by side. But what Zubimendi does, it takes the ball from them and it looks, okay, how can I move forward? How can I take it going? So yeah, I would say it has improved slightly. And of course, his 2 goals last week is that on maybe Partey's 1 goal, but yeah. And Rice, I mean, is doing what Rice does. He's had a couple of assists from corners. Merino, hopefully he can bring his Spanish form to Arsenal, because he's busy banging in goals for
Spain.
And Odegaard, I mean, he needs to get his shoulder fixed. But in his absence, we need to have a more attacking impetus, put in an Eze or put in a Waneri anytime Odegaard is out, as opposed to replacing him with another DM, essentially.
Yeah, I agree with you. And so far, in the 5 games we have played so far, we have considered only 1 goal, and that was from that Dominic Soboslai free kick. What's your take on how the midfield has really protected the backline, or is it down to the performances of the defensive units?
No, so again, I don't think of course, every defense needs protection. Fortunately, ours hasn't relied too much on the midfield protection, which is why we've seen the progression of Zubimendi and Rice going forward. I don't think we've met anyone yet who has really troubled our defense for us to say, oh wow, that day, we were lucky that we had a good midfield in front of them. Mosquera has come in and he has just slotted in seamlessly in Saliba's absence. So the defense on its own has held itself. Calafiori has been fantastic this season. Timber going forward, coming back, they've been machines, so our defense hasn't really been tested, to be honest, this season. Even the Liverpool game, it wasn't really tested. They've held their own. So I won't really say the midfield has protected them, because they haven't had to yet. But yeah.
Okay, but I was thinking that the first game against Manchester United, that was quite a test for the team. Okay, we have MC Benny among the panelists. Welcome, bro. How are you doing? How's the day been so far, bro?
I'm very well, very well. Good evening. Sorry for joining a little bit late. I was in transit.
MC Benny.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so just want to get your take on the first question. It says, has Arsenal's midfield improved compared to last season? I know you are a huge Partey fan. So with Partey leaving and Zubimendi coming, what's your take on that? Are we better?
Okay, so the midfield has not improved, neither has it declined. Yeah. One thing the field has done this season was they had become more compact. So I believe everybody now has defensive mindset in that midfield. Yeah, I don't know if it's the setup, but they are not doing so badly. Remember from last week, I told you one of the players that has impressed me the most is Zubi. Yeah, so Zubi has slotted in very nicely. He has done the job Pate would have done, but the only little thing that is remaining is those forward through passes. Yes, so far so good. Is the sideways are okay, the normal one touch intercept play and all that. So what I expect more from him is those middle through passes. If he can add that to his game, perfect. But we're not doing so badly. We are doing very great in the midfield. But it's not like he has improved drastically or whatnot. The goals he scored, of course, Partey has scored worldies for us also. So, yeah, so we're good.
Okay, so Osagi, I'll ask you this question. What's your take on Christian Nogard? Although I've not had the opportunity to really see him in action, this was someone that had 196 games in 7 seasons for Brentford, but as soon as he joined us now, he got injured. So I think the Arsenal ball caught up with him, but we just got a slight glimpse of him in the Champions League game against Athletic Club.
Yeah.
So what's your take on Nogard? Do you think he's someone that can actually challenge Zubimendi for a place in the team, or will he just take that Jorginho role that will come in just to see out matches?
I think he knows his role. His role is the backup. His role is experienced, seasoned professional that can come in and do a job. I don't think he came to us now thinking he'll be the first choice DM. He's going to play a lot of EFL Cup, FA Cup, lower Champions League games where we are trying to rest people, and then in matches where we are looking to solidify the result or just hold on or just seal the back and maybe bring in two DMs. He will come in like we saw in the Champions League against Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah.
He's a good professional. He performs wonderfully for Brentford. And yeah, I expect him to play that Jorginho role, and he will start matches against lower oppositions, especially at home. And of course, if injuries happen to Zubimendi to Zubimendi, and even in the instance of a Zubimendi injury, I even still see Arteta playing Rice as a DM, depending on the opponent,
Yeah.
as a DM, and then putting Zubimendi and maybe Merino, or putting Odegaard and maybe Merino. But yeah, Nogard knows his role. He's playing for the Arsenal. It's a big deal. He's not going to come and ruffle any feathers.
Okay, thanks, Osagi. And MC, what about you? Thoughts on Nogard?
Yeah, very well. I think before he signed the contract, he also is aware, considering his age and experience. Yeah, so basically, but I don't like the fact that we are just relegating Nogard to a bit part role. So I think it is more of a squad depth thing. He's going to come in and not going to do below what a Zubi would do.
Yeah.
He's going to come in and might even do better because trust me, Nogard is very good on the ball. Very, very good. So the only factor that may hinder him a little is just that age and mobility. He might not be as mobile as Zubi, but trust me, anytime he's called upon to the Arsenal first team to play a game, he's going to deliver like a Hebrew man.
Yeah. You just had to go there. Well, I agree with you guys. Nogard, I just think that the transition from Partey and Jorginho to Nogard and Mendy was actually a class act by the club, and we already see the benefits of it. Mendy controls games very well, and I'm so happy with that. Okay, so let's go to the next question, and I'll start with you, Sergey. He says, do you think Arsenal's defense is strong enough to win the Premier League?
Short answer, yes. It is strong enough. It's been the best defense the past 2 seasons. I would even argue, I think the past 3 seasons. What we've added to the defense, so the depth is there. I mean, you're looking at Timber and White for right back. You're looking at Saliba, Gabriel, Mosquera, Calafiori, Luis Kelly, what's the name of
Hincapié.
Nkape. That's a strong eight players, and I'm very comfortable with any of those four starting. I think in the past, once Saliba got injured, everybody would have been, oh my God, it has happened again. But the way
Mm-hmm.
Mosquera came in, and they're thinking,
Uh,
okay, is this Saliba's brother? It's been amazing,
I
and
agree.
that's really put my mind at ease. To be fair with you, I never have the only time I worry about Arsenal these days is if we concede first, because we now panic and start doing that. Oh, we need to try and break them down. But as long as we've not conceded, I'm never really afraid that we're going to lose this game, because the defense is so assured. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, even tomorrow or Sunday, it's like, well, if we score first, I'm always comfortable that Arsenal isn't losing this game once we can score first, and that's the testament to the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Christian Mosquera has really shocked me. I didn't really get to see him when he played for Valencia. I learned that in 72 available games, he played 71 of them. He
Wow.
was basically the highest person that featured for at under 21 level in Europe's top five leagues. So you could see what the club, I really love the scouting team that went ahead and found him. So, Benny, let me ask you this question. Now that Saliba is back to full fitness, do you think he should be rushed to play the Manchester City game, or do you have the confidence that not that Gabriel can play alongside Mosquera on Sunday?
Okay, so if you ask me, honestly speaking, Mosquera should continue for now. But I thought you were going to ask me this question first. Do you think Arsenal defense is strong enough to win this game? So my
Yeah, yeah.
my answer to that first question is I can neither say yes nor say no right now. I would want a Gabriel injury. I would want a Gabriel injury for me to be able to test that. Now, the thing is, so like we mentioned last week, this season is beginning to show that everybody plays better around Gabriel. Do you understand? So, like we said, he's the
Mhm.
most underrated defender we have because he does all the dirty jobs. There's somebody is so calm and assured, and everybody gets that person gets the whole praise. I'm not taking anything away from Saliba's defensive prowess. Yes, it's very good.
Mm.
But before I can answer if we are good enough to, because for the past 2, 3 seasons, actually, we have been fair in our defense. We've been very good defense. In fact, we are haram football when we want to be. Yeah, so our problem hasn't really been our defense. It is from our midfield to our attackers. So for now, I need a Gabriel injury to be able to say yes or no. But all things being equal, Gabriel playing 38 games this season, Arsenal win the EPL with his defense.
Okay, thanks. I really think our defense has improved leaps and bounds because I remember when Saliba got injured in 2023 season and we went to go and replace him with Rob Holding. And we saw how the defense crumbled horribly. For a player that was supposed to be experienced, Holding was basically the one that could not hold the defense. And of course, after we drove it, Southampton, West Ham, Liverpool, and lost to Man City,
Yeah.
that campaign was basically done. So I'm just happy with the defense right now. And where do you think is Hincapie's best position? Left back or left centre back?
Well, Gabriel is left center back, so I've not seen. I've not seen. I think Nkape played more left center back for Leverkusen because of Grimaldo.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be his preferred position. But like MC Benny just said, you don't take Gabriel out of the team. Fine. So I think for me, there is the only way he can get into the team at the moment is by his left back.
Yeah.
He can play left center back in the instances where you're bringing in a Norgard. So those kind of matches where you say, okay, I want to rest Gabriel. We're playing Port Vale next week. Nkape
Mm-hmm.
plays left center back. Luis Kelly plays left back, and
Yeah.
see how that flows. But yeah, I don't think anyone can displace Gabriel right now. I agree with MC Benny that he is probably alongside Van Dijk. Even Van Dijk, one of the two, three best defenders in the league.
Wow, okay, that's fair. So, MC Benny, let me ask you this question regarding our defense. Between Calafiori Hincapié, and Luis Kelly. What's your order of preference to start a game and why?
Calafiori, Calafiori, Calafiori before Nkapie, then Lewis Kelly. Yes. So Calafiori three times. Like you forgot what our discussion last week. Calafiori is playing like his life depends on it this season. Yeah. So I'm actually happy for him if he can maintain this level of fitness and not get injured. Calafiori will beast this season. Trust me. He is going to be chosen his left leg first, his right leg first, his body first before any other defender. Right now in the Arsenal. Yes. As for Lewis Kelly needs to understand the game this season. Yes, yeah, I think a whole lot of hype got his head last season, and we saw some little errors and all. But he's a good player, yeah, but he should get time for Calafiori. And I agree, Nkapie for now should be more positioned to play the left centre back. Do you understand? I think it is a good deputy for Gabriel when we choose to rest Gabriel. And I don't think we will ever rest Gabriel in a big game. Any rest for Gabriel is going to be in a Carling Cup, FA Cup, or any other. But for a league match, is Gabriel all the way. As long as he's fit, he should start. Yeah, so
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so we're getting like some kind of feedback from your side, Benny. But maybe you can go to log out and log back in. Let's see whether it could improve. So let's go to the next question. It says, between Martinelli and Trossard, who would you start more often? Usagi.
For me, to be fair, I think it depends on the opponent. Martinelli, if you have to pick, I would pick Martinelli during home games and Trossard away games. Because I think Martinelli sometimes needs that extra push, that extra motivation. But what I was discussing with someone earlier this week or last week, I think in terms of their attributes, right? Fantastic as the last 15-20 minutes, because by that time defenders are tired, they run ragged, they're worn out, and Martinelli can come in with his pace, Trossard can come in with his trickery, maybe get a free kick, maybe get a penalty like they did against Athletic Bilbao. Defenders were already tired from Madueke's twisting and Eze's play, even though Eze was not, he didn't have his
it
best.
was a new level for him.
Yeah, it was. I don't know whether the occasion was too big, but you could see that as soon as Martinelli came on, pace really disturbed the Athletic Bilbao defender. So I think, depending on the game and depending on the opponent, at home start Martinelli more often if you have to. Away Trossard.
Thank you. And thanks for everyone that's currently on the chat. Good to see you guys. Obviously, you can also ask your questions, and the panelists are here to answer. So, Benny, do you want to take a stab at this question between Martinelli and Trossard?
Yeah, I would love to. So, play Trossard, whether home or away. Then play Martinelli 15 minutes to go. Yeah, so Trossard at 32. Yeah, Trossard is 32 now, right?
31.
Okay, 31. At 31, he's still very, very functional than Martinelli. So at every point in time, we used to say, I'm a fan of Martinelli. I hope you remember. I'm a Martinelli fan, but I think if we are being a serious club this season, Martinelli should be a squad player. Yeah. So it's not just, if you watch the goal he scored against Atletico Bilbao, you will notice that that goal was just, Simon, the keeper, is going to look at the goal and shake his head. How did I do this? In the first instance that you see the goal, it feels like he placed the ball very, to the corner and all. But when you watch the replay, it was actually a straight ball to the keeper guy.
Yeah.
So, and that's the place where Trossard has that edge.
Yeah, the finishing.
And that finishing replaces the whole pace. You see the whole running up and down. Now, Trossard has his own ways of trickery and covering up for the whole pace he does not have. Yeah. So Trossard ahead of Martinelli. Yeah.
Okay, I agree, because if you look at the output,
but for his Brazil's career, we'll be bringing him 20 minutes to go. I don't want him to leave that Brazil squad.
Yeah, and I think Brazil has enough depth to also have him in the team, in Vinicius Junior and the rest. But Martinelli is just an interesting one, and I did a video about him a couple of days back. His confidence has been rocked somewhat,
Yeah.
and I think the best thing we did for him was to take him out of the squad because he had been a lightning rod for our abuse and all that, and his output also showed it. Another game against Liverpool where Gyökeres was free, all he needed to do was just raise his head up and just
And
give the
late.
pass. But he keeps playing with his head on the ground. So I'm just guessing that if he plays more centrally, he might actually have a chance to, do better.
So that's an interesting take because I think he's probably better as a center forward because of that pace. And sometimes he might shoot because if you don't shoot, you won't score. That's the truth. So
Yeah, true.
one, when he's on the wings, he's running, he runs out of play. But at least if he's in the middle, he's going to run into goal or he's going to run into the post. If anything,
He will hit the goalkeeper. He will injure the goalkeeper.
at least he will jump goalkeeper, maybe they'll bring him down penalty, but you are in the confines of the post. Versus that, losing the ball and throwing, because I think defenders have worked him out. 22, 23, he was explosive. Everyone was like, but now they know that, if you can corner Martinelli, he's only going to do one thing, So
if you just block him from running, nothing again.
That's
he'll be isolated. And I think it's just terrible because when he played that in 223, he scored 15 goals and there were very high expectations of him. And if you remember, the reason why Smith Rowe had to leave the team, because in the previous year, Smith Rowe was our left winger and he had that injury. Yeah, so I just really wish that he can come back. Then again, we're going to play up to 60 games this season and everyone will have a chance. So if you can score some goals against Port Vale, I'm good with that, man. So the next question is this. Imagine if Arsenal had prime Thierry Henry today, would we win the league? Besides
next question, because this
question
doesn't even make any sense.
Next question. You just spoke my mind.
It makes no sense. I don't know who asked this question. As in, the questionnaires should be stoned.
Should be arrested. Arrested.
You don't even need with Prime Henry. You probably even need only 8 players without him. You cannot be getting.
You just need only Raya. Just give him Raya.
So when I saw this question, I was just taken back by the fact that we actually had a player like Henry who was excellent in every sense of the word. His breed, we don't have that anymore. Maybe Sanchez was kind of a bit close.
So in football, I don't think you have those kind of players anymore because of the way football has evolved. Because of the way how football is more mechanical.
More tactical, mechanical,
Yeah, you don't have that flair, free-flowing. If you watch Premiership 2000 to 2010, 2012, you'll be wondering that, what happened? Because now it's just all machine.
There's
no pass and play.
There's no expression because if you look at all those teams back then, if you look at players like Michu, players like JJ, players like even a Nani.
David Ginola and co.
Yeah, of course, everybody will start saying, old school. But the truth is, football was sweet because you would go into games and both sides are entertained. I'm thinking of even look at. I know we are going far away, but look at the Serie A teams of those years. Lazio, Juventus, they similar. As camera is going on the lineup, you are thinking world class.
Yes, exactly.
5, 6 world class players in each team, and everybody this the competition. This is now you are seeing people like players of Ricardo Vaste's caliber. They are the ones that are running around the Premiership.
So I think what killed it for me was the advent of Ronaldo and Messi. I think they made football more business-like. Because back in the day, you can watch a Ronaldinho and just enjoy the moves he's going to make. Neymar was the close to doing that. But when you know about 30 goals, 40 goals, blah, 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 people kind of drifted away from flamboyance and started moving towards just business. Just give me the goals and just move forward from there. And I think that's just how the game has basically evolved. I don't think people have any players in that mode anymore Nobody hardly does legovers. Like who does legovers in recent times now? I can't even think.
Me. I still do Lego on Wednesday night.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. So it says, if Arsenal had to wear one retro kit forever, which one would you choose?
Retro.
JVC,
No.
the red JVC.
Red JVC.
Red
Yeah.
JVC.
So the funny thing is, most times when people say this retro, a lot of
Is it this one?
McBen, is this the JVC you're talking about?
Yes. That's my retro jersey.
Mine would be the yellow and blue O2, 2003. That 0203 season, Vieira O2 yellow with light blue shorts. And again, for me, why it's hard to pick any of the home jerseys is because they are all the same, red and white, right? Of course, they'll have stripe, they'll do this. But the away jerseys are always
Classic.
more, they are more like okay. But the red and white is the red.
You are picking is that not the jersey we lost the UCL final in?
No. That's the one that we slapped Van Nistelrooy at Old
That's
Trafford.
the one, the one we won the FA Cup.
Oh, okay, that blue one. The blue, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 2000, that's
023,
That's
2003 season.
yeah, so let us track back a bit. Efizi, welcome to the chat. Good to have your comments. We were talking about the previous one where we spoke about numbers. Efizi says Ronaldo and Messi made people judge football with numbers. Any discussion, and someone will say how many goals and how many assists, and that's just the truth. Like it's actually tiring, you know. Let's remember that there's a season where Schneider, what was it?
2010.
2010, yes.
Inter Milan.
He won the treble with Inter Milan, went all the way to the World Cup final with Holland
And Spain,
But Messi scored 91 goals in that year, and that was it. You know, it's just crazy.
No, so while I agree with you on that, Efizi, it is not Ronaldo and Messi, it is Opta. Opta came and ruined football. Opta ruined the football to the extent where they started making passes leading to goal as start, goal contribution start.
XG.
Like
they follow person talk, they go to talk say, I mean, what is XG? When people they count as
XG ratio,
expected goal.
It's tiring.
Successful dribble to go. This lead to go. How many foul attempts by? No. Opta they should arrest Opta.
So speaking of the kit, I feel you're talking about the lab kit. So when you say the lab kit, I'm talking about the white, maroon, and white. Is that the lab kit?
Club will be the.
It should be the white, maroon, and white.
No. This one on is the club kit. This one with Henry, with long sleeve.
Yeah.
Club was the long sleeve. Well, he had this 506 century kit.
So I'm just thinking about that 07-08 midfield: Fabregas, Flamini, Rosiska, and Club. I don't know how we did win the league with that team. Yeah, Kadibaya and Van Persie. Man,
let's move on. Don't do. I need my don't do like this.
Okay, I won't.
Defense was the reason why we didn't win the league.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that not the year we had Joru as our defender?
Yeah, Joru and Senderos.
Oh God.
I think Gallant was there.
We had Campbell too.
Then we had Clichy.
Campbell was diminishing then, I think.
Oh yeah. So it was Gallas.
No. Campbell came back in 2010, not 08.
Yeah, 08 was Gallas. It was Gallas.
08 was Gallas. We had Gallas. We had Clichy. We had
Gallas and Clichy. That nonsense.
We had Joru, Senderos.
Let's move on.
Yeah. So
Gallas and Clichy.
Yeah, so I have David Abubakar in the chat. Thanks for showing up, Dauda. He was talking about how the kit is fine. And so these are been our foundational colors. Okay, so let's go to the next question here. It says, if Arsenal could win only one trophy this season, which one would you choose? So let me start with you, Sagi. Just one.
Just one Champions League, just so that we
Why?
can shut everybody up.
They can shut everybody up, Abi.
Yeah, because the truth is league will be sweet 25 years, 24 years, yes. Champions League, that's the only thing everybody talks about. You 138 years of history. You've never won Champions League. We won 13 league titles. Everybody has their spell. Chelsea won 50 years without winning the league. Liverpool went 30 years without winning. Man U went 26 years without winning the league. We are in that our spell right now. But if we can win the Champions League, then at least you've won a Champions League. That whole thing can end forever for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, take it for it. Liverpool Klopp won Champions League before he won his league. So, I think for me, if I could choose one, to be the Champions League. If they say finish second 4 years in a row, but you win Champions League, I'll take it.
Okay, so Bernard, what about you?
The English Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the only way I would want us to win the Champions League is if after winning the Champions League we sack Arteta. So we need to win the EPL league for some level of sanity in the dressing room and our team locally. Yeah. So one thing about Champions League is you can be so close and yet so far away. Last season, if I had called Osagi on the phone and after our second Real Madrid match, and I'll tell him that guy we are not winning the league, he will swear for me, he will arrest me. Yeah, so that was how close Champions League. That's why I don't like the Champions League. You can be so close and yet so far away. But the English Premier League, I want us to be 10 points by ahead of second by May. It gives you a breather. It gives you some level of bragging rights. Imagine where after being 10 points ahead of your second position and you draw a match on Saturday and the next team that's supposed to be pursuing you draws that same match on Sunday. You see,
so much joy in your heart, man.
the same rubbish we did. That was the same rubbish we did in Liverpool last season. Liverpool will draw a game, Arsenal will lose. Liverpool will lose a game, Arsenal will draw. So I just need that Premier League to play our head first. See, one thing about winning the Premier League is it projects you. You are being known in Europe as
okay, so it's having a network issue. Are you back? Yeah, no, we kind of lost you temporarily. Sorry, maybe where you are, the network is not so good. But we able.
Okay, so the good thing about winning the Premier League is when you go to Europe to play, they will address you as a champion. English champions are coming in to play. So it also brings a lot of fear to your opposition. So and Champions League can come. I don't think anybody sets up their team to win the Champions League. You know, you can be lucky with your run of games. You can avoid you can avoid the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Then you meet an Inter Milan that is not in form in the semi-final. You win a Galatasaray in the final. You know, see, but the Premier League you have to work for it.
So 38 games, man. Yeah, I agree. And even MFC should be so aligned with you. Talking about the Premier League. So we also have Farouk in the chat. Farouk is a Man United fan, but he actually comes to watch us. So thank you, so Farouk. I know there's hate watching involved as well, but we are grateful to have you. You know, it's always good to see other fans come here and talk about it. And of course, he's talking about us trying to get more likes. Let's get the likes up. So let's go to the next question. The next question here says, if Arsenal were to sign one player in January, who should it be? Osagi. One player at the top of your head.
Start from me.
Start from McBenny. Me, McBenny, you go first. Let me
go first. Let me go first. Mine will be Rodrigo because I still think we need a left winger. I know Eze is supposed to be the guy at the left, but I think Eze can come centrally to allow us to have a real winger, and that's Rodrigo. What do you think about that?
Anybody, no money, as in open check.
Yes, open check. Yes.
For me, I think we still need a striker, and by striker because I don't think, and it all depends on if we're able to adapt to his play. If you could get someone like Julian Alvarez that can do left, do middle, do right, for me, that's the kind of player. And additional, if you can get it, so a player like Julian Alvarez caliber in a January, that for me is a player, that someone that can cut across the front three and doesn't have to be restricted to the left or restricted to the right. He can also play in the middle. He can play behind the striker. He can play 4 positions essentially. Yeah, like a Julian Alvarez. Maybe we are 5 points clear in January. I'll say, let's come and add to your Premiership title.
Oh yeah, ask me.
Okay, what about you, Bernard?
My own, if we are to sign anybody in January, is Pep Guardiola.
Oh my God. This guy.
Because history has it that Arteta does not finish well. He doesn't know how to finish well. You know, when Osagi was saying, if you are 5 points ahead, you need Julian. We have been 5 points ahead before in the league.
Yeah, we didn't have Julian Alvarez.
Yeah,
what we didn't also have was Pep Guardiola. You know, a Pep Guardiola cannot be 5 points at the top of a table and you catch up with him and win him. Where?
So I think we also need to be fair. I hate using injuries as an excuse, but we have to also, because the truth is you have 22 players. Now I look at Liverpool's bench now and I wonder, like, I see the bench and I think this is not a strong squad. The first 12, 13, 14 players are good, great. But you are seeing teenagers, you are seeing Endo, you are seeing, but I look at our bench and I'm like, okay, this guy can come on, this guy can come on, this guy can come on, this guy can come on. And I feel more relaxed or more comfortable. Now, 2 seasons ago, we didn't have that. Like you said, Saliba injured, we brought in Holding. If we had a Mosquera that year of Holding, we win that.
Would have won the league. Yes,
last 2 seasons ago, when we lost Gabriel, we lost Saka, we lost Odegaard, we lost, we didn't have sufficient backup.
Yeah.
And the other teams have been lucky with injuries. Liverpool was very lucky with injuries last season. Look at Man City. They lost Rodri. As trivial as it sounds, that one player cannot affect the whole team. But sometimes it actually does. Because you come in, even last year, Kibio came in
and shine.
If we had Gabriel for the 2 PSG games, I think it would be different from what it was.
No, it was more on the attack now because
I agree it was more on the attack. I agree. But I'm just saying that attackers are more confident when they know their back is secure. That's the honest truth. If you know you have Vidic and Ferdinand behind you, Terry and Carvalho are behind you, you are not really going to be, that, if I don't concede, I just have to score. But when you are thinking, even if I score, I may concede, then you are always going to be shaky. That's the truth. So, and again, if we can get Gabriel Jesus back to what he was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and he comes back in November, December, you never know.
Additional
body.
Yeah, and funny enough, even Efisi said the same thing. So initially he said, we don't need anybody, let's not be greedy. He now said 2023 Jesus is okay for him. That Gabriel Jesus we had when he joined us newly was revolutionary. Like, him and Zinchenko basically galvanized the squad, and he was very outstanding. But that injury that he had going into that World Cup just messed him up. And honestly, I would still want him to stay when he is fully fit, because he offers us something different from Gyökeres. He offers us something different from Havertz. He can also play on the wing too.
He can play left, right, and middle.
So that is something I'm just thinking about. But injuries are very key. And even Farouk said it here. Well, like, he has been saying it for years that a Rodri injury will be significantly detrimental to Man City. And look what happened last season. People are saying we don't use injury as an excuse. What happened when Virgil van Dijk clashed with Pickford against Everton? Liverpool was gone after that. So I think what I'm really happy about this season is the fact that even if we have any injuries, we now have the level of depth that can actually hold the squad.
Yeah.
We went into a game without Saka, without Havertz, without Odegaard, without Saliba. And we're still confident. Yeah, we're still better. So I'm really happy with the squad. I'm really, really happy with the depth of the squad.
Saka would have to fight for his way back in the team. Oh.
Well, let's see. But I know Madueke has done very well, and he can also fight on the left hand side, so that's a good thing.
No, let him fight on the right hand side. Let Saka not be too confident.
I think he'll be on his toes. So, Bernard, let me start with you in this question. Which Arsenal player needs to step up the most right now?
From the starting 11 or from the whole squad?
Which player?
Is it from the start? Is it from the whole squad or from the starting 11?
Okay, so it will be two-pronged. Let's do starting 11, let's do whole squad.
Okay, so from the starting 11, Odegaard needs to step up or go to the bench first. Number one, remove that captain handbrand from him first so that we can be benching him at will. Then from the whole squad, of course, my boy, Martinelli, raise your head up. Finish well. Raise your head up. Finish. So for now, I think this is the most, although 2023 squad were very skillful when Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko came, but I think this is the most skillful squad we have had in 10 years.
True.
Yeah. So okay. I think they are on a normal day, individual brilliances from this squad currently will get us past difficult games. So any other thing we're expecting for them is that due diligence and of course the extra mile. Once we have that, we'll bust anybody on the road. Yeah. So
Osage, what about you?
So for me, I think really Odegaard needs to step up. Step up in the sense of getting back to that level he was, where he was shooting, he was assisting, he was scoring. Odegaard now wants to shoot. He's taking 3, 4, 5 touches. Like, let me really make
he's
sure.
Doubting himself now.
He's doubting himself. And I don't know if it's the injury. I don't know, because I don't know whether it's even the trust in the person up front, because I watched the two Norway internationals and he was a different player.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had Haaland, he was servicing, but he's also a different player when Saka doesn't play. Almost like, I have to carry this team. And it's putting too much pressure on himself.
No, sorry. Can I also say something, Osage? Sorry for interjecting. It is because our attacking play is always lopsided.
To the right.
Raya to Timber to Zubi to Odegaard to Saka now.
Zubi was not there last year. How many times has Saka and Zubi played in the same team? Only one.
Okay. Pate to Odegaard. Odegaard to
because
Saka.
Odegaard could not go left, what baffles me is just shoot. Anything is possible when you shoot. It can take a deflection. It can hit a defender.
It can even go wide.
Just shoot.
And now, see the funny thing you're saying. Arsenal Liverpool last season, Odegaard shot the ball, Alisson made a save, Merino nodded the rebound. But in Anfield, as they gave Odegaard the ball, you told him to shoot, let him give the pass to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres was not even in the same wavelength with him.
Well, not on the same. No, so that's one thing that I've seen this season that has not. I really hope they can gel with him, because the truth is, if Gyökeres flops, it's because of the remaining players. That's true.
Our style is so
yes, it got to a point last season or 2 seasons, and that's why Haaland loves Grealish, because Grealish always. We need to have the mentality of, this is our striker. We need him to win Golden Boots. Madueke gets the ball and he does it. Yes, he has gone past his defenders, but he needs to now do that extra. You can't just always go past your defender and then it's a corner kick or it's if you are crossing. And I don't understand the whole lobbing cross. Whip the ball in. Just whip the ball in. Let the defender kick it. Let it whip it. Yes, there's power cross, but you can't just always lob. And the lobbing is always going above everybody. 18 yard.
And see the funny part, when Eze whipped the ball in for Gyökeres, you saw what happened. Yeah, banged the ball into the net.
Put the ball in first time. You can't always be taking turn, and it's good to get past your defender, no problem. We need to get more. Well, and I don't want us to do set pieces and all that. But the truth is, the more you take on defenders. As an Arsenal is the only team that a defender will be on yellow card in the first 10 minutes and will still play the remaining 80 minutes like he is a free man. Other thing, when you put give Man City a defender with a yellow card, Doku, I trust him. Get that guy red card in the next 20 minutes. You know, that's what you have to do. You have to target. You have to take advantage of situations. We don't take advantage of situations.
Yeah,
We get chances and we are not clinical. So we need to make Gyökeres clinical. That's the truth. I'm happy for him to even finish. If he finishes second in Golden Boot to only Haaland, but he gives me 28 goals, 25 goals, I'm okay. But those 25 goals should mean something. Because people are saying, no, he did score against Man U, he did score against Liverpool. Okay, give me a hat-trick against the number 7 to number 20 and don't score against the top 5, I'm okay. You know, as longer, because that's what killed us in the last period. You need to beat all those other guys home and away. Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham,
Brighton, those Bournemouth, all those kind of things.
Beat those people home and away. And then those 5 of City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man U. Okay, let me remove Man U. Sorry, remove Man U, replace Man U with Newcastle. Those 5, your home games get your 15 points, and then the 5 away games. Then you can ask, okay, we can draw here, we can win here. But those 6 to 9, 20, beat them home and away.
And we used to have that fear factor in the past. I don't just know. Because like right now, teams like Fulham, we've struggled to win them.
Now Fulham, West Ham,
Newcastle. Come on, it's tiring, man.
You know.
So
you see how you people are mentioning West Ham, and you are failing to mention that Partey played 2. A coach that wants to win the league.
Zlobozlai played 2. Is that not a coach?
How old is Partey? Is 64 years.
So it's not the coach's fault.
We have injury issues. Now you can't really blame the coach for that.
No, I can. I'll tell you something, and this is one thing I always say.
Okay.
It is not possible that how did Ashley Cole get into the team? He was freaking 18 years old. You have to have. Why do we have under 23, under 18? Are you telling me that you can't pick the best right back in the under 23 team and promote him in senior team and say, we have injury, you are going to play right back? How did Gary Neville get into the team? How did Jamie Carragher get into the team?
Can't you see?
I agree with you, Osagi, but here's the thing. There's a certain level of trust you need to have. You watch these guys in training, right? You get a report from Pemete Saka. We were able to promote Spice Lewis Kelly ahead of the likes of Tierney and Zinchenko. We were able to promote Nwaneri. Josh Nichols is the best right back at youth level, but he cannot compete.
He can compete, and that's why you have experienced people next to him. That's why you have Gabriel and
Osage. Yeah? Don't you see how Pep brings in his own Lewis, Oscar Bob, O'Reilly?
Yes, now. Even Conor Bradley, Rico Louis, they come in because they know Ruben Diaz is there, Gaviol is there. I'll cover for you. I will make sure you are not exposed. You are a right back. What is the worst thing that you can do? I can understand center back.
Exactly.
Right. What's the worst thing you can do? You know?
Yeah, well, fair enough. If he's saying congrats, Bradley, but funny enough, Bradley now is not even. He meant Conor actually, but the issue that right now Bradley is not even anywhere close to the first team. There's Frimpong ahead of him.
They bought Frimpong because Trent left. And of course, they started the season, Bradley was injured. So I can bet you that if, of course, they brought Frimpong as a direct replacement for Trent, going forward, putting balls in. But if Bradley was fit at the start of this season, if as Frimpong injured, Bradley was going to start at right back. He's not going to put Szoboszlai there. He put Szoboszlai there because Bradley was injured. Yeah, and of course, Szoboszlai is a professional. And like Magweni said, he's young. He's 28, so he's
very young now. He can run.
Yeah. So you said that we have a right back at under 21 better than Nichols. I forgot his name, but it's good. Who are good people that Nichols on the 21 level? Can you guys think of anyone? I think it's Nichols. I'm aware.
It's Nichols. I know of Nichols, but I think there is one guy. I've forgotten his name too. That is also not bad. I think he's not. Is it number 21 or number? there's a number he wears
Okay,
at
so
right back.
I'd
12.
like to know who this person is because I know it's not Salmon. Salmon is the center back.
No, someone is CB. Yeah.
So maybe if it's when you get the name, put the name on the chat so we can discuss about that. Okay, so let's go to the next question. It says, how confident are you about Arsenal's Champions League campaign? Bernard.
Okay, I know we are going to make the quarter final. If we avoid some informed teams that are very attacking minded, we can scale through the semis. And if Ateta decides to jump over his last hurdle, we can get to the final and win it. Anytime for now, if Ateta should find himself in the final of the UCL, he will win it, and I will back him because he will be so defensive and look for a counter attack,
The counter attack will be a corner kick.
a corner kick or a set piece. He would make sure he doesn't concede in a final.
Fair enough. Okay, what about you, Osagi? How
So,
confident are you
yeah,
about our campaign?
like you said, it's all about the luck of the draw. That's the truth. We saw that last season, the big guys had to play the playoffs. Some now even played each other and removed themselves.
Yeah,
Right?
Man
So,
City,
like
yeah.
Man City, Real Madrid, it's
Yeah.
luck of the draw. That's the thing about Champions League. So you can. So the first thing is finish in top 8 so that at least it's 2 less matches. Which again depends on. We started very well with that away win. If we win our 4 home games, that's already 15 points, and then you get your 3 or 2 somewhere else.
Okay, so
Round of 16, quarterfinal, I think is assured simply because of our defense. I don't think you meet many teams um, that would rattle us the way PSG did. And I think our defenders, if everybody is fit, I think we can do quarters, semis, if everybody is fit.
okay, great. Okay, so Efisi has gotten back to us. He said the player's name is Rosia. Okay, now let's quickly talk about our Champions League campaign. I did a quick video on it a couple of days back, but I want to talk about it here in today's Fan Friday. We have won the game against Athletic Club. Our next match is against Olympiacos. We have some history against Olympiacos. Sharing that a couple of things in the past, but I think we should win that one, right? What do you think? That would just be an easy win for us, right?
I mean, at home, Olympiacos should be 3 points. I don't think that should. I don't think that should pose a problem for us. If we can't beat Olympiacos at home, then what are we doing in Champions League?
Okay, so the next game is Atletico Madrid at home. You saw how they fumbled against Liverpool. Do you think we can use them and beat them?
So again, like I said, I'm very confident with any team facing us now, right now. With a full squad, I'm very confident with any team coming to face us now. All we just have to do is be clinical and take our chances. I don't think there's anything I'm thinking, oh wow, it's going to be tough. If we have Gabriel and Saliba and Zubimendi and Rice and with the full team, I'm very confident. We have so like in Real Madrid last season, where you had your Mbappe and you had your Vini, pace is one of the things that sometimes can put us in trouble, which is why Salah usually has good luck against us. Pace, especially on the wings. If you are going through the middle, it's almost like roadblock.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the wings, it's difficult depending on who plays left back
Yeah,
or left back.
but right now I think there's more confidence because
No,
Timber to me
there
is
is
one of
more
the
confidence
best.
right
Yes.
now. I agree. There is more confidence. That's what I'm saying. There's no team I would say, "Ah, I'm really scared of these guys." I think we can handle anybody. We just have to be clinical on our own. That's
Yeah.
where our downfall always is. We'll have the chances, but we won't put it away.
Yeah, true, true. But then again, the two biggest teams are going to play in the group stages are Bayern Munich and Inter. And I think Bayern Munich is a very
Bayern is at
technical
home.
team. Yeah,
Bayern is
Bayern is
at
at
home.
home. Yeah, Inter
At
is
home,
away.
yeah, at home, I'm expecting 12 points from all our home games. Inter Milan will probably take it the way we took. We played Inter last season. It's not the penalty that they beat us with the penalty, and
Yes,
that's because
Chalanoglu.
we still went there with that let's not lose mentality.
Mm.
So for me, that's the mentality that we have to kind of shrug off. It's
Yeah.
not a Of course, if you don't concede, you won't lose. But that I think, unfortunately, I think that's Arteta's motto. If you don't concede, you won't lose. So make sure you don't concede. But you also have to now say, let me see if I can win this game. That's the difference between a Klopp, a Pep, and an Arteta. Arteta does not necessarily say, let me try and win this game. Against the smaller side, yes.
Yeah, but against Liverpool, you should.
Arteta
Yeah,
will
you
just
should.
I don't want to lose.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
very
you now see
conservative.
that, yeah, so Inter Milan away will probably just take that same structured approach and try and not concede. But if we score first, like I said, I'm not afraid of any team once we score first. I can't remember the last time a team came back to beat Arsenal after Arsenal scored first. Maybe Fulham 2 years ago.
Yeah. The 2-1 win.
Yeah.
That ugly green kit. I didn't even understand that, Jesse. So if it's in the chat, he said right now no one goes past Timber. He's the best right back in the world. Timber is like
better than Hakimi.
That's a shout. That's a good shout. Maybe defensively better than Hakimi, but offensively I think can be better. But Timber is like so outstanding. I don't see why it's breaking back into the team, obviously. But it's all good. So let's go to the next question. It says, who is Arsenal's most clutch player in tough moments? Bernard.
Trossard.
Straight up. Right now, to me, it's Trossard.
It's Trossard.
What about you, Osagi?
Based on what? Last season or based on his general play?
That's basically that player that when things are down, you need someone to bail you out. It's always Trossard or Rice. One of those.
Rice. I was going to go for Rice. Rice in terms of I would die on this pitch.
No, I disagree.
The
Rice
question
is
now is, are you saying who will score to get you out? Because if it's who will score to get you out, then it's most likely Trossard. But if he's, as in, I'm going to carry this game by the scruff of his neck, do a Roy Keane, everybody will know I was in this match.
If he does all those things and end up with a draw, where's he gonna sign us?
Yeah, but I think it's Rice. I think our most clutch player is right. But I
No.
think him and Trossard, they
So that's
are.
what the definition of clutch, because this
Do you know
season
that?
just started.
Do you know that even in the game against Bilbao, it was actually Trossard that changed that game.
Yeah, that was clutch. That was clutch.
Very clutch from him. There are games against Liverpool, against Man U, against Chelsea. He has done it. No, why it was easy to answer Trossard is because he has done it over.
It's the most best thing that comes up from the bench.
That's what the clutch is.
Someone I was watching something on TV the other day, and they said they need to start giving like best substitute award. Like the way the NBA they have 6-man award, the guy that comes up from the bench and contributes. So they need to be giving substitute award, something that a social would have won a number of times, maybe even Kanu self. But Trossard, when you see Trossard coming on, you know that something.
You are scared. You are actually scared.
I can.
As an opponent.
Yeah, I can. This guy is tricky. This guy he runs.
Exactly, and he delivers actually 90.
Yeah, but like Efizi said, we have to define the word clutch. So if you are saying we'll bail you out with a goal in the top, the way Jota was clutch for Liverpool, Jota just shows up from anywhere and pops, and you're like,
against Arsenal only.
Okay. So I went to Chat GPT, and what he said, I asked him what is a clutch moment in football. So I'm going to use Chat GPT's definition. Then we'll answer from there. He says in football, in brackets soccer, I don't know who asked that one. A clutch moment refers to a situation where a player performs under extreme pressure and delivers when it matters the most. This usually happens either late in the game or in a high-stakes situation where the outcome was uncertain.
Raya penalty saves.
It is still Trossard. Because
Raya has made some mad, unexpected saves that you're thinking, why are you touching that ball?
He made all those saves so that we can draw the game now.
Okay, so right now in the chat, we have a nice debate. Akin Aduroja, like a clutch player changes season to season based on performance, but to him, it's Raya. Efisi also thinks it's Raya, Declan Rice, and Gabriel. So now
Gabriel is
let's
a
do a
big
quick.
one. Gabriel is
Let's do
a
it.
big.
Yeah. So I'm thinking now. You have Gabriel, you have Trossard, you have Declan Rice, you have Raya. I want you guys to rank your top four in terms of the word clutch. So I'll start with Osagi. Between Raya, Gabriel, Declan Rice, and Trossard.
I would
What
say
is Superman?
for me, Gabriel will probably be my number one because I mean it's not even goals. So okay, no, I'll just rank it. I'm done. Gabriel, Rice, Trossard, Raya.
Bernard.
Trossard, Rice, Gabriel Raya.
Okay. Well,
It's
that's
because of
good.
Osagi. Because of Osagi, I put Rice second self.
Oh, okay. So Efisi said we need to add Saka to it. Now
Saka Saka is crutch, is not clutch. It's
Saka
crutch.
is
It's
no
crutch.
Saka is brake pad, not even clutch.
Oh my God, you guys are unbelievable, man. So let's go. Let's go to the next question. He says, should Kai Havertz stay in midfield or continue to play further forward as a striker?
He should play further forward. I don't think I see. If we need to even just think about 4-4-2, maybe not 4-4-2, maybe 4-1-3-2. If we have two people, see, defenders are getting so comfortable these days because only one guy is there. I can handle one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Against some smaller teams, we need to be thinking about how we can put four for attacking players. Those
Yeah.
days of you score 4 goals in first half and just know that you are move forward, just bombard that whole let's wait. I don't understand. Havertz should not be in midfield at all.
Yeah,
Just be forward.
come to think of it, is there any place for Havertz in midfield right now? I don't think there is.
It will obviously, well,
Because the
it
game
will,
that
it will start doing all those Havertz or Rice when he's resting players.
No. There is space. So if he does the Jacaro.
but right
But
now
the striker
the
role is
left
the
edge
right
is
player.
Rice now.
No,
And
one
that
good
was,
thing about Rice is you can toss Rice around. You can
yeah,
toss him to the right, toss him to the defensive midfield, just toss him. So if you want to accommodate a Havertz in midfield, we have to sacrifice a creative person.
yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
just it.
Okay, so I think they said that we played 4-4-2 against Liverpool and Bilbao. Did we play 4-4-2 against Bilbao? I don't think so. I think Eze was on the left, Gyökeres was alone, Madueke was on the right, then Martinelli and Saka, Rice and Zubimendi and Merino. I think
Yes.
the play 4-4-2 was where we brought in Trossard. I think him and Martinelli were kind of in the middle somewhat, but I don't think it's like a traditional 4-4-2. What do you guys
So
think?
why Efizi felt it was 4-4-2 was because Eze was not the out and out left. Eze was allowed to
Drift.
steal some room around. Yeah, that's
No,
why.
okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so let's go to the next question. And it says, which Arsenal youngster deserves more minutes in the first team? Osage.
Skelly has played all his minutes. I think Waneri needs to have like a run of games. Because in preseason he played quite a number of times and he did quite well. But I think he's also a confidence player. I think he needs to have like a run of games just to maybe 5 games in a row in
Ahead of
number 10, not on the wing. No,
ahead
so
of
that's the thing. Obviously, it can only happen with an injury. So I'm saying like if another guy is injured, play one area, let him start, and that number 10 know that I'm number 10. Right? If you're not playing Eze there, if they are insistent on Eze playing on the wing, on the left, a one area in terms of youngsters, because if you're looking at the youngsters, what are the youngsters? One area, Luis
Dowman, Lewis
Bauman,
Kelly,
those are the three. You're not going to
mm-hmm.
start Bauman ahead of Saka or
Madueke.
you're not going to Luis. Keep Calafori right now is unbenchable. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the only place is one area and Odegaard because of Odegaard's injuries. Otherwise, you're putting in a Merino for Odegaard and you're losing that creativity. Although one area sometimes is looking a bit selfish to me, but you know.
Okay. So Bernard, what do you think?
Yeah, one area, but I don't think we should start him. I think we should just have it in his back of the mind that once it's 60 minutes, there's a chance for you to play. So if you want to boost one area's confidence, we hope to be leading the game like 2-0 or probably in a comfortable position. Then you introduce him for Trossard. For Odegaard.
Odegaard, yeah.
Yes, for Odegaard. It's
But
unfortunate that minus injury, we might not be able to bench Odegaard. But trust me, one area is a direct replacement for Odegaard.
Yeah.
okay, so what about Max Darman? When do you think he can? Do you think he can start against Port Vale?
Of course, he
He will come
can.
in. He will
He
come in.
can, but I don't think he will. But he
Mm.
can. But those are his League Cup is going to get a lot of runs. He may get all these last 10 minutes in the Champions League game when we are winning, all those kind of stuff. I don't think he will start a Premiership game this season. But if he has the chance of starting any game, it will be in the League Cup.
Okay, fair enough. So let's go to the next question. It says, which Arsenal's goal this season has been your favorite? So should you recap all our goals?
So for me, my favorite so right now has been Gyökeres's first goal against Leeds.
Yeah, but
Simply
that
because
okay,
that
go ahead.
one, it broke his duck after they
Mhm.
abused him against Man U. He at least shot some people up, right?
Mhm.
He has scored 3 so far. In terms of quality of goal, it maybe wasn't there, but he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
Ball
yeah,
over
yeah.
the top, cut
It-
in, took defender, strong, scored.
yeah.
Zubimendi volley is always going to be more beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. Any shot from outside the post, outside the box is going to be aesthetically pleasing. But for me, impact and just getting off the mark, Gyökeres has been my favorite. Is it the best goal in terms of quality? No, but it's my
Okay.
favorite of the season.
Yeah, because I wanted to really challenge it in the sense that, man, that goal looked very scrappy at best. But
It was happy.
I was happy for him because he actually
Yeah.
cleared the goal. The criticism was just too much.
Mm.
Oh, what about you, Bernard?
The goal against which one did he move and take a shot? Go Chris.
Yeah, that was Lewis.
Is that the same goal Osagi is talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Arsenal goal so far this season. Yeah.
Okay,
If you check that Zubi's goal, I'm sorry, why I'm sounding
Defender
like
Abraham.
I'm a footballer, that Zubi's goal is actually straight to the keeper.
The defender took it away.
No, like a deflection so much. But I
A
think
deflection, yeah.
yeah, but the
But
issue
it's fine,
was
it's television. Yeah, it's a television goal. But that Goiker's solo goal kind of was it for me. I like the goal.
Okay, so we have Aki on the chat. It says Bimendi. Efisi also says Bimendi. I think mine was Bimendi as well because my idea is this: the ball was already coming and he already had what he intended to do. So that intelligence to actually play that ball one time was what was it for me. Forget that the deflection or whatnot, but I think to get the technique and the ability to do that. So like Odegaard who had wanted to trap the ball first and rub it Pamuel before looking for someone to give. So let's go to the next question. It says, which Arsenal player would you trust to score in the Champions League final?
Saka is the one that, for everything he has done for the team so far in the last 7 years, he deserves to be a Champions League final winner.
Going correct. Going
Go,
correct.
for the story, Hills End, started at left back, I've played every position for the team.
Yeah.
Not injured for the last 5 years. Now he's suffering it. He will come back. Maybe he's injured the whole quarterfinal, semi-final. Then in the final, he will just come back and score a 92nd minute winner against Tottenham.
Then we'll now wake you up. We'll now wake you up from sleep.
And because the match was boring, that's why I slept. Then when I woke up, they scored.
Okay, fair enough. So the picture I have on the slide was the goal that Harvard scored against Man City.
Yeah,
that was a very good one for him, though. At least I know he had the experience for it. Okay, this is a very controversial one for me. Between Odegaard and Rice, who is more important to Arsenal's success this season?
I think Rice. Rice for me is the engine room. Rice galvanizes. Rice. If we get Odegaard of 2023 Odegaard, yes, but right now, Rice.
I
Right
was
now,
going to say that. Are you asking the current Odegaard or the informed Odegaard?
Obviously, it's about this season and it has to be the current Odegaard.
It's
then
Rice. It's Rice.
Yeah, I think I'm aligned with you guys. This one has to be Rice. I don't think it's worth even discussing that much. Odegaard has a lot of improving to do. And obviously, hopefully, if he steps up, then we can have this conversation again. Okay, so the next question here says, should Arsenal focus more on the Premier League or the Champions League?
we have the depth to focus on both.
With the squad we have, we should also focus on the World Cup. Which Premier League?
Oh my God, Bernard, there's something else, man. Okay, so we
We
have
have the squad, yeah.
I think we have the depth to actually challenge on all fronts, and there should be no excuses this time. Okay, so three more questions left before we wrap up. And the next question here says, what is your honest rating of Arsenal's transfer business this summer?
As a physicist said, don't be greedy. I mean, I think it has. See, we have 2 players for every position. I don't know which other team has that. So yeah, for me, it has been a 9/10. There's no. It has been a 9/10. I think that we have the squad. So 9/10 for me, transfer business.
Okay, so if it's a 9/10, what is the extra one mark for?
I mean, the extra 1 mark is the grid that is coming now. So that's the grid. If you get a Rodrigo, if you get an Alvarez, if you get, a second striker, if you get another number 10, obviously it will be 10. But that's just it.
Okay, what about you, Bernard?
9/10. 9/10. The remaining one is for coach.
My man. Okay, so Efeso was talking about the previous question. He said Odegaard is more important than Rice for his to be successful because he creates more energy leading the press and he has lost his creative edge. So because think about it. In 2023 season, Odegaard wasn't really pressing like that per se. I think this whole pressing just started like 2 or 3 campaigns ago. And I think it kind of wears him out early in the game. What do you think?
He doesn't even press anymore.
No, I think he still presses. I think he still does.
Compared to how he pressed last season, yeah? So the thing about Odegaard is no longer the football ability. I think it's mental. I think it has to be in his head. Somebody has to do. I don't know how to help him, but he has to understand that he is not in that level anymore, and he needs to be, and he can. He has the ability to. So somebody has to give him that. I don't want to call it a TED talk or a motivational speech. He needs to know, because footballing wise, he is still Odegaard. The moment he tries to shoot, he takes an extra touch, doubts himself, tries to wonder, is he going to go in? But this is not the Odegaard we know. So that is what we just need to. We need to work on that. Once we do that, we'll get the best of Odegaard again.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I think I agree with you on that. Okay, so let's go to the last question. And it says, do you think Arsenal fans are too harsh on certain players?
Arsenal fans are too emotional, sometimes unrealistic. I think Arsenal fans expect too much for a club that hasn't won a lot and to Mark Benny, the reason why we've become so expectant is the reason why is the person why that you want to remove. Before Arteta, we were not expectant.
That's not true. That's
when
not
true. When the trend
Osage,
man.
Wait,
Osage.
Yes.
Osage. Oh yeah.
Before Arteta, wait. Let me get to where I want to say. Now,
okay.
I'm not saying he's the best manager I should stay. I mean, if Pep say he wants to come to Arsenal, he should sack Arteta. But I'm saying before Arteta, we were 4th or 6th or 5th, and we were not complaining or saying we should be winning this, Arsenal fans
What is a trophy?
If we are supposed to win champions, there's a team that won last year. Of course, they are favorites. There is a team that won 4 in a row. Of course, they should be favorites. You need to take
Manage expectations.
Yes, you need to manage expectations. Yes, I agree. Because we were 5 points clear, because we got 50 points in the first 19 matches, because we had gone unbeaten against the so-called top 6 in the last 3 years. Yes. In 2020 or 2021 or even 2019, although even with Ozil, Giroud, Alexis, were you ever thinking, oh, Arsenal win the league? No, we were not. But Arteta came, whether it's a brand of football, whether he spent money, whether he believed in the players believed in him, they put on. We were not contenders before the last 2 seasons. That's the honest truth.
True.
Now, because we are contenders, we're now saying, okay, can it take us to the next level of being winners? Now, that's not a different, but he's suffering for being a contender, if that makes any sense. Because people are now saying, this guy should get out, John. He can't do anything. But because of him, that's why you're saying this guy should get out, John. So it's a two-edged sword where, but I think a lot of Arsenal fans are over expectant. To be fair, of course, I want to win, but I'm not going to now discount other teams want to win too. It's not your birthright to just enter, just win 38 games. If you can, fantastic. But you have to manage your expectations. You have to say, okay, should we be beating Man U? Yes. Should we be beating Crystal Palace? Yes. Should we be? But it's not our right to go to Liverpool and beat Liverpool at Anfield. We should, if we want to be champions, and we need to play like that. But Liverpool too should be saying we are champions. We should beat any team that comes to Anfield.
Yeah.
You're not going to say that. Just say, oh, Arsenal is coming. Oh, let's try and defend. Oh, no. So I agree. I don't want to call it success because it's not success. But and wait. And this is the funny thing because funny enough, my dissertation in uni, the title was "How do you measure success at a football club?" Will Fulham say? Will Bournemouth say that they are a failure? No.
But that's based on their ambitions,
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Now, in the Wenger years, the latter years, what was his mandate?
His mandate to
finish top 4, maybe win a trophy.
With which resources? With what resources did they give Wenger then?
No. But I'm saying that your success is based on what you have been asked to do. Now, as fans, we don't care what you've been asked to do. We just want you to win a trophy. We just it's like someone asking. Wait, okay. So let me ask you this question: would you take 15th and 12th and win 3 Champions League in the same season you finished 7th, 15th, and 12th?
Sorry, come again. If
you have 3 seasons of 7th, 15th, and 12th, but those 3 seasons with no Champions League back to back, will you take that?
I will take it 2 times.
Exactly. And that's why Man U fans can still open their mouth and talk and say we won two trophies, we won 4 trophies in the last, because they are winning something.
But we are not winning. Why are we?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Wait.
But you are saying that the reason we are not winning is Arteta.
That is the am I the reason we are not winning?
It could be Martinelli. It could be Gabriel.
If it is Martinelli, Arteta should bench Martinelli or sell him off. Or
and that's what we have done to bring players to come in now.
Now, so let me get back to the first thing you said. You said will Fulham say they are a success? This is Arsenal Football Club, my brother.
Yes.
Asage, from what I know about you have celebrated the double with us. You celebrated Invincible with us. You celebrated trophies. So why is somebody coming and giving you 6 years of his life with 0 trophy and you're making excuses for him and celebrating progress as a silverware?
No, I'm not making excuses for him. Like I said, if they sack Arteta tomorrow, I won't have any problem with it because they can argue that we've sacked you because you have not been able to progress us past 6.
Exactly.
We're looking for someone that can take us to first. I'm just saying we should not belittle what he has done for bringing us to where we are, that we can even be angry that we're finishing second.
Where
Yeah.
did he bring us to that we've never been before? You are sounding like Arsenal is 10 years old. We've experienced success with this football club. We've celebrated
Okay.
trophies. What has he done extraordinary? Only FA Cup
No,
with
no, no.
Emirates
I'm
team
not saying they
and
should.
two
I'm not
Community
saying they
Shield.
should keep him. And I'm not saying I'm not. No, Shola, I agree. He's accountable now. He's the reason, like you said, team management, tactics, maybe even to attack to certain players, not willing to take the risk of putting a young person in a certain position or playing and saying let's try and go for the game. Yes,
Osage, let me
I'm
ask you
not
a quick
saying.
question. Let me
Okay.
ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
For the past 6 years, has Ateta been a success as that now? Yes or no? With your metrics.
My metrics, no, he has not been a success. No.
So why are you
End of
keeping him?
end of story.
It's the same reason why they kept Fergie's. Okay, Fergie came in 86. When did Fergie win his first trophy? 1990.
1990, yeah. I mean
He came in
91.
86. For 4 years, he didn't win anything. He won in
92.
1990.
No, I
No,
think
1990, won FA Cup 1990. He
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
win
yeah,
it
yeah.
until 93.
92,
yeah.
So you understand?
Did you pray for the same
Did you
time?
do what?
Okay, so we lost him. So let's go to the final question before we wrap up. Who is your dream front three right now?
Unfortunately, I mean, if everybody is fit, it will probably be AJ, Gyökeres, and Saka for me. If
Yeah,
everybody is fit.
yeah. I think that would be the same thing for me. AJ, Gyökeres, and Saka. Okay. I think we're come to the end of today's Fan Friday. Huge thanks to Fizi, Farouk, Dauda, a couple of other guys that were in the chat. We're so happy to have you guys here. And of course, my fellow panelists, Osage, thank you for making your debut on the show. It was a pleasure having a discussion with you.
I've not finished talking about Ateta.
Okay, I agree with you. Let's start him. Like I said, I don't have a problem with starting Ateta. If you bring somebody, a proven winner that will come and slap the players when there's an issue. But one thing I always want people to realize is that sometimes harmony is not just you can come in and be a tyrant and hey. Now you can argue that Ateta came and disrupted that whole Lacazette or Aubameyang. He was tough. He was, I have my rules. And Guendouzi, all those players that he felt were disruptive to team harmony. If you look at Arsenal boys right now, it's like all of them are best friends. They're all smiling. They're all playing for each other. They're all, like a family. Does family help win things? Maybe, maybe not. But you look at the Arsenal team now and you're like, I like this team. Let's see where they can go. So that's all me I'm saying. Let's see where they can go. And hopefully it will be to a parade. Because I have to
For how long? Osage, can you
I just told you May 2026.
So
Let's see where they can go.
Yeah, Bernard, let's wait till May.
If they don't win the May, then sack him by all means. I'm not saying that we should give him 20-year contract. But my question is this, Bernard. If he wins the FL Cup, should they still sack him?
with broom.
Okay. If he wins a domestic cup double, should they still sack him?
They will warn him. They will not sack him. They will warn him.
Okay. I don't want to know the parameter for sacking.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No. Bernard,
go
ahead with the comment. Go ahead with the comment.
See, the thing is, Osagi, I need to. Sorry, I'm going to take us aback, even if it's for 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Yeah.
No, go ahead, bro. It's fine.
As Arsenal Football Club, we have an ambition to be the best team in the world. Except we do not want to be the best team. Real Madrid did not care if Arsenal has never won it when they were winning.
15.
Oh, okay. We just lost him again now with network issues.
Right.
It's the Teta that caused it.
Yeah, I thought let's try to wrap. So thank you so much for being part of the show. Have a great day.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thanks
bye.
to all the guys online.
Yeah, so don't forget to also like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next stream. And of course, this weekend, we need to be Man City, man. That's just something that's very
We have to, at home.
All right, man. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Have a good night.